let's talk about something pretty much all of us have felt: anxiety. You know, that hum of worry, that tightness in your chest? We're going to break down what it is, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Oh, yeah. This right here, you know exactly what this feels like, right? It's those relentless what if thoughts just looping over and over in your head, usually when you're trying to sleep. This quote, it just nails how all-consuming that feeling can be. Okay, so first things first. Let's get into what anxiety actually feels like. I mean, what's going on in our heads and in our bodies? Because just being able to name it, that's always the first step. Yeah, it shows up in all these different ways. It can be totally in your head, that constant overthinking, or it can be super physical, like your heart's pounding out of your chest. And the weirdest part, it doesn't just pop up during stressful times. Sometimes it just creeps in when everything is perfectly quiet. And that can be really confusing. Okay, this next part, this is a huge, huge mindset shift. We're so often told that anxiety is this flaw or something we should be ashamed of. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Let's totally reframe what anxiety really is. And this really lays it out perfectly. Look, having anxiety doesn't mean you're broken, not at all. It's actually your brain's ancient alarm system doing exactly what it's designed to do: protect you. The only problem is, sometimes that alarm gets kind of stuck in the on position. It's working overtime trying to keep you safe from threats that aren't actually there. So it's not a weakness, it's just a feature that's a little too sensitive right now. So yeah, that's the big question, right? If the system is trying to do its job, but it's doing it a little too well, how do we gently tell it to calm down? How do we get back in the driver's seat when our own protective instincts are going haywire? Well, that brings us to the really good stuff. We're going to walk through a simple, practical toolkit. These are 4 things you can do anytime, anywhere to help dial down that overactive alarm system. So here's the game plan. First, we'll start with the body, focusing on our breath. Then we'll move up to the mind and challenge those anxious thoughts. After that, we'll pull ourselves back into the present with a grounding trick. And finally, we'll cover the huge power of just talking about it. Let's start with number 1. Okay, first up, slowing your breath. This is so powerful because it's like sending a direct message to your nervous system. See, when you're anxious, your breathing gets all shallow and fast. By intentionally slowing it down, you're literally telling your brain, hey, we're okay. There's no tiger here. We can relax. Why don't we try it together right now? All right, you ready? Let's take a nice, slow breath in through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now just gently hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, a long, slow exhale out through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That longer exhale is the real secret sauce. Go ahead and do that a few more times if you need to. Okay, now that you're hopefully feeling a little calmer, we can move on to tool number 2. This is where we deal with those what-if thoughts that are spinning around in your head. And this isn't about fighting them. It's about questioning them. Just asking yourself this one simple question, it's so powerful. Because our anxious brain loves to treat the absolute worst-case scenario like it's a 100% guaranteed fact. But when you pause and ask this, you create a little bit of distance. You're saying, okay, yeah, this could happen, but is it definitely happening? It shifts your perspective from a scary certainty to just a possibility, and that feels way less threatening. You know how anxiety loves to drag us into the future, right? Worrying about all the what-ifs? Well, our third tool is all about yanking you right back into the here and now, and we're going to use your senses as an anchor. This is the 5-4-3 technique. Super simple. Just do it with me right now. Wherever you are, look around and silently name 5 things you can see. Now, bring your awareness to 4 things you can physically feel, maybe your feet on the floor or the texture of your chair. And finally, just listen. What are 3 distinct sounds you can hear? See? This little exercise forces your brain to pay attention to right now, which leaves a lot less room for worry. And for our last tool, look, this one might honestly be the most important of all. Anxiety can feel so isolating. It tricks you into thinking you're the only person in the world who feels this way. But connection is an incredible antidote. Just sharing what's going on in your head takes away so much of its power. This could be with a friend who just gets it, a family member you can really trust, or even a professional therapist who can give you expert guidance. I mean, just the act of saying the fear out loud can make it feel so much smaller and easier to handle.
Okay, so as we wrap this up, I really want you to walk away with this feeling of empowerment. You are not powerless here. You have tools, you have strategies, you've got this.
And this is really the thing to remember. Think of anxiety like an uninvited visitor. It might show up, it might be loud, it might make a mess, but it doesn't own the house. You're still in charge. You can see it, use your tools, and trust that it will eventually leave. And that's really the heart of it all, isn't it? It all comes down to this. You don't have to fix everything at once. It's just about the small things. One single conscious breath, challenging one single thought, taking one small step. You absolutely, 100%, have got this. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What is one small step you can take right now? It doesn't have to be some huge, grand gesture. Maybe it's just doing that breathing exercise one more time. Or maybe it's sending a quick text to a friend. What's one tiny, manageable step you can take to put this toolkit into practice? Think about it.